Hello, everybody. Welcome to Living with People, Laughing with Spirit.
Hello, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to our show.
I got to tell you, I've had a fascinating week. I got to spend Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to be here at Mystic Circle Cafe, like from 9 a.m. to noon, having a latte, working on computer stuff, talking to people about our show, which, by the way, we have our
We
show,
have our show.
and it's February 5th
Ooh, I'm
at 8
excited. I'm
p.m.
excited. We have no idea what we're gonna do yet, but
No, that's not true. We were talking about it. Don't even. Real great. That's going to sell tickets. No, we
no,
have an outline and we were talking about it the other day. So
we do.
that's not
We
true.
do have an outline, but the style of the show has a lot of like I would ad lib. Is that what you call it?
Improv.
Improv. Oh, better yet, improv. Yeah, to it.
Well, let's be
Yeah.
honest. My improv comedy, most of the songs are going to be set, but he doesn't know who's going to come through. So
So how
I
that's gonna
can't
work? We're not
outline that because I don't know what
exactly,
person,
exactly. So.
when spirit shows up, I want to say this because I think people think that he summons spirits. Um, he doesn't summon a certain person.
No, I
I
like
just
this more.
no, no, he doesn't. He doesn't wear a turban. No, he doesn't. He doesn't wear a turban. He's not like, "Meh." People come to him, these spirits come to him and say stuff like, someone asked me that. They're like, well, can he summon somebody? I go, he's not
I
that
have no
kind of
control.
person. He
I
has
have
no
no
control,
control.
no
No,
control.
but I do in my 20 years of doing this, I know that, if you've been thinking about them, referencing them, you've been bringing their name up in conversation, maybe it's their birthday and you're having, thoughts about them, they typically will show up. So,
Well, that's good to know.
but I have no
So when you
control.
come to our show, if
Mhm.
there's someone that you do want to come and say something to you, maybe you just, keep thinking about them or remembering them, good memories, um, stuff like that, that might happen. I'm just telling you, and I have to say this, when I've had different times with him, some people show up that I didn't expect to show up.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, well, there's this person. I'm like, uh-huh.
Yeah, the mother-in-law that maybe you never liked or got along with might show up
Or
for
the
you.
friend that you never knew, like you're like, oh,
Or
okay.
or the guy that had a crush on you and you never knew about that shows up for you. That's happened before.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
From beyond.
Mhm. Yeah.
Telling you that he had a crush on you. Who knew
Uh-huh.
that one?
Yeah.
That wasn't mine.
Yeah. So, and all the details, when the details come out, they look back and they're like, oh my God, I never realized that. Once they connect the dots and put things together in their head.
See, that's why this is going to be so interesting. This is a way for you guys to understand what he does,
Hmm.
listen to good music, get
Hmm.
into it, and have
Hmm.
a good time and enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
And it's not a gloomy, doomy kind of stuff. Like
Oh,
we want to
no,
laugh and have a
no,
good time and
no.
enjoy ourselves.
No, that's really funny because a lot of people think that what I do, especially like talking to dead people, that it's a lot of gloom and doom and sadness, and it really isn't. Actually, the whole process is a lot more lighter than you think. Because I like to. It's called raising the vibration. I like to raise the vibration of the room, which means that I like to put people into a place where they're happier. There's joy, and there's peace, and there's laughter, because that actually makes the connection stronger. But when we're sad and we're depressed, or we have anxious anxiety around stuff like that, then it really actually creates resistance with the connection. So I don't have that strong of connection with the person that's trying to come forward. So
So basically,
laugh,
be
be
happy.
happy.
When you come to the show, be happy. You can
Yeah.
get tickets at Nacho Daddy. Like I said, it's February 5th at 8 p.m. So
February 5th, 8 p.m. Nacho Daddy. And you can also get them online at
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite. Okay.
And it's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Oh,
Yes.
that's a good day. So,
So that's what I want to talk about with the show. But now we want to talk about stuff about PV because we've had some stuff on our mind about PV. So
okay.
I'm gonna just say it. We need to help the community more.
Hmm.
People need help
Mhm.
in restaurants and different places. I know that it's hard right now financially for a lot of people. I'm
Mhm.
going through that too. I'm working more than one job. I feel like a Mexican
Mm.
because I'm working like three.
Yeah.
And I'm trying my best to keep going, and I understand all that, but I still go to different establishments. And I don't go every day, maybe, but I do go and I try to help because what's happening here now, and now that more touristas are coming, it's getting better. But a lot of places I've seen and talked to since November, December are just need your help. They need you to come
Did
in.
you say more Doritos are coming?
Touristas,
Oh, turistas.
do you need something to eat?
Probably.
He just came from the
Okay. I
gym,
just came from the gym because
and I didn't, and I'm hungry.
no, but listen. I knew we had the podcast today, so close the cafe early because, we don't have a lot of business on, especially Fridays in the afternoon. So I'd like, let's just close early. I'll go to the gym, get that out of the way, and then I'll meet Amy for the podcast. And I was at the gym totally in my work, into my workout, and then I get your text. And I'm
He
like, oh
wasn't
shit.
even here when I arrived.
I'm like, oh shit, I gotta run.
And I
Oh,
was late because I had
yeah,
fallen asleep because I've been working so much. And
I
Mr.
know.
Workout over
I
here
know.
was so into his workout
No,
that he didn't even realize like we're doing this every Friday.
I know, right?
And we have to do it more than ever
That's
now
not true.
because of
That's
our
not true.
show.
That is not true. I knew we were doing this today. I just lost track of time, basically. So, but anyway, sorry.
And I thought maybe we had a guest because we were going to ask someone to be our guest, but he's not here. So I was like, okay, it's just us.
It's just us today. I think,
Okay.
yeah, he was gonna text him. English is my second language. That's my excuse. He was going to text me earlier today, but I didn't get anything from him, and I was too caught up with our espresso machine becoming
By the way, his espresso machine got repaired.
this morning. Yes, so I'm so happy about that. Ooh. So,
Okay, I have to tell you guys this week since I've been here. First of all, the way that this man makes coffees is very impressive. Everybody loves the coffee. It doesn't matter if it was Americano, it doesn't matter if it was a latte,
yeah,
it didn't matter what it was.
yeah.
It was a beautiful thing to witness.
Thank
The
you.
pastries here are great as
Thank
well.
you. Yeah.
I mean, if you guys get a chance, really look it up. If you can Uber here or if you want to like in drive here, it's very easy to get here.
Mhm.
It's Mystic Circle
Coffee bar and lounge.
Cafe Bar and Lounge.
Lounge.
So look,
And
so
it's
make sure when you do that, it says Mystic Circle
Coffee
Cafe
bar
Bar
and
and
lounge.
Lounge.
Yeah.
That's where you want to
And
go
it's
to.
on Naranjo,
R.
Naranjo 129. And it's in La Zona Romantica. So it's not in a different country.
And I'll be here on Tuesdays and Thursdays
Yeah. Yeah.
from 9 to noon.
Yes.
And he
And we
didn't,
all
he didn't tell me to not show up next week, so I'm showing
yeah,
up.
show up next week. It's always fun to have you here. So I'll laugh a minute.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I even called on Thursday to be like, "Do you want me to still
No,
come?
no, it's
Or
a
are you
laugh a minute.
okay?"
It's actually fun.
And he was like, "No, I do."
Yeah.
And then I don't know what it was, if it was good energy or whatever, but I thought we had a steady stream of
Oh my
people.
gosh, it was busy that day for sure.
Both days were very busy, and
And
I
my main espresso machine was down, and we are using our Breville, which is like my backup machine. And it was so slow because it's not really made for commercial, although a lot of commercial places use a Breville, but it's slow when it heats up the or frosts up the milk. And it takes forever. So it's like I feel bad because the customers are waiting for a little bit longer, whereas my normal espresso machine does it just like that. So
aren't you happy to have that fix?
yes, oh my God. And by the way, just a little plug for the cafe. We make everything, like all our syrups, ourselves. The only thing that we don't do is like the cacao powder and the matcha powder, but everything else like our chai, all of our syrups, like our simple syrups, our caramel syrups, our vanilla syrups, we do that all ourselves. So we
Well,
don't,
that's
yeah.
great.
That's why the coffee tastes good because it's not
That's why I was
processed.
giving his cafe a plug. I'm
So,
telling you, because
yeah.
I wouldn't tell you if I didn't like it, and I like it.
Yeah. And
And
like
you should come down and
our
see me and say hello.
yeah, we have great stuff too here. Like we have ginger lattes, we have a Mont Blanc, which is like espresso with milk and then some like orange zest. So it gives a little bit of orange flavor in it. It's really good. And then I do this one where it's like, and it's just egg yolks where you froth up the egg yolk and you pour in a shot of espresso and some ice and you just mix it up. It's the best thing ever.
And what's that called?
It's just my creation.
It's your creation.
Yes, so
Well, I'm going to try his creation this
next
week,
time.
and then we're going to have pastries.
It's so good. So
'Cause I'm telling you, like my body lives for Tuesdays and Thursdays now, because it's like you're going to get coffee and pastries. So no, and I met a lot of fun people and talked to people
and
and
it's so nice to have like a superstar in the coffee shop because everybody comes in and knows you. Yeah.
I don't think
They're
that's
like,
true.
they're like,
People didn't know
I
me.
recognize you. Where do I recognize
That
you
was
from?
only a couple people.
And of
Most people
course,
are just like,
and then,
who's the big girl with
then-
pastry on her face?
and then I like roll my eyes. I'm like, that's Amy. She's
I'm
not
sorry, I don't think you rolled your eyes.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think that it was more like, I'm so honored to have her here. Can she please wear this crown? That's what I think.
I actually do have a crown. Next time I'm gonna make you
No.
wear it.
Don't
I
you
do. I
dare.
have a little tiara.
No,
I wanna
don't
make
you
wear it.
dare. I will not. How dare
She
you?
asked me to.
Because you know someone won't know me. They'd be like, oh my God, this person is special. Look at her. I'm like, I'm a princess. I'm sure they'd be like,
No, it's right behind the register. I
And they're
have it.
like,
So
why are they giving her caffeine?
I know.
So
So
I'm very excited about the show though, because this is something different for
mhm,
me too.
mhm.
And I'm so looking forward to it because I think it's something that if you were scared or maybe a little like, I don't know if I should want to do this, but have heard good things about it. I think it's going to be fun for you. And also you get to hear me sing. So anybody maybe who was some
That's
of your
amazing.
friends or people
Yeah,
that were maybe
that's
didn't know
amazing.
that,
Hmm
and I'm trying to pick out some fun music that'll be inspirational for
hmm
the show. Um,
It would be something really unique and different for sure, because it's not about someone performing first and then me coming on. It's about us integrating together throughout the entire show. It's not just a segment for
yeah,
you and a segment for
it's
me.
like 90 minutes of just like going back and forth with what we're doing with spirit, with being
Yeah,
silly, with all that. So
yeah.
I
So
think it's going to be something very different for
and fun,
people.
I think
And
so.
I think this is going to be the first show of many.
I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, I
And
think
I
it will too.
have
So
that,
yeah.
but like I said, please help the community. It's
hmm
one thing I've noticed a lot. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I get toilet paper and shakes and stuff from Costco. It's what I need to do as someone by myself. I need that to have that because in the mornings I have to do that. And when I went to Costco, I know that it's always so super busy, but I also was a little bit like sad because I was like, if that is that busy, then that means people aren't going out as much. And that's the one
Mm,
part about Puerto Vallarta that I like to do is to go out. You get to meet people, you get to try fun different foods. You don't have to go somewhere real expensive if you don't have the money. There are places that are very reasonable. I'm just
mm,
going to tell you this right now, as someone who lives here, I many times I can't go to the real fancy places on the beach
mm,
or the real, like I love the iguana. I love that
mm,
it's, Elizabeth Taylor, but I can afford it like special occasion or
mm,
something. But like there's wonderful places you can go. There's like Let's Pho. There's like, Vietnamese food.
That's
There's
fun.
like no, it's pho. It's a PHO. What is his problem? This is what happens when he goes to the gym before a podcast. This is what
It
happens.
sounded like you said that's fun.
No,
Except
pho.
for it's like a fun
I
fun.
know.
Let's
PHO, and you're terrible. And then Salchi Dojo has like wonderful hamburgers and hot dogs. Nacho Daddy has great Tex-Mex food that I think is really reasonable. I mean, there's just a lot of places that you can go to.
and also too, like okay, so I'm going to coin a new area. Well, divide La Zona Romantica Emilio Zapata into two different sections at this point. So some of you may like it, so you may not, but this is just me. I could say where we are in the cafe, and I'm going to say east of Insurgentes is East Emiliano. Anything west of Insurgentes is West Emiliano. So, and there's a lot of great restaurants, which includes like, Bean and Brick or Brick and Bean. They're the coffee shop. There's other coffee shops as well. There's Rico's Cafe, there's Bomino Kitchen, there's Casita and Garden, there's Me Cafe, there's Mystic Circle, there's Eat at Days, there's Oasis. There's a lot of things going on and a lot of restaurants and little coffee shops and mom and pop stores and restaurants east of Insurgentes or East Emiliano. And if you just take a moment to go down there and explore, you're going to get a lot more than what you would if you just stayed in West Emiliano towards the beach side of things, because you'll integrate yourself into the culture of things. And yes, it does seem like it gets more neighborhood back here, but you'll see the little, hole in the wall places, the mom and pop shops and stores and restaurants that are really, really good. And I would want to recommend and encourage people to like, come down this direction and not just stay towards that area.
Well,
So,
I think if people are new to Puerto Vallarta, they say within a 6 block radius. That's what's been told to me a lot of times. And I won't lie to you, when I first came here many years ago, 1999, you do that. But I encourage you to go and explore as well because there's nothing you should be scared of.
mhm,
It's a lovely neighborhood. And yes, you're going to see a lot more locals and people that live here and neighborhood kind of stuff. But I think that's great. I think it's
mhm,
great to see the neighborhood. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I live up in the mountains and I tell people all the time, go to El Huerta Barbecue
mhm,
because you get to see the Rio Koale, this big red covered bridge. There's all
mhm,
these different Mexican families. It's
mhm.
something that's very nice.
Yeah, and I think you were here on, was it Tuesday or was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? It
I
was
was here
yesterday.
Tuesday and Thursday.
It was like it was yesterday when, there was a guy in the cafe who walked in the cafe and he had been here for 5 years and never gone anywhere other than up and down Basilio Video.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, what? He's like, yeah, this is like I'm exploring and branching out of those areas. I'm like, good for you. It just I don't want you guys to wait 5 years to do that. Just go out there and explore.
No, and it's great. I mean, just do that. Why not? It's something new that you can do
Oh
for
my
the new
gosh.
year.
Yeah, exactly. Explore your area, explore the space because there's a lot out there. So,
Is there
um,
anything that you want to discuss that's been on your mind?
not really. I mean, I first of all, I want to say thank you for being here this week. It's been a tremendous shift in energy and just being here and supporting is amazing to me. So I want to say thank you to that. And for all your support too as well. And for pulling this whole show together. Like I feel like I haven't lifted a finger and all
No,
it's
he's
coming
gonna
together.
be helping me.
So
Believe me,
but
it's
so
gonna
thank you
happen.
for that. So and it's been good to have you here in the coffee shop.
That means the
So,
world to me because
yeah,
I've had a great week here.
yeah.
And I got to tell you guys, it's a
Mhm,
busy, busy month for me. January 15th, I'm doing a show at the Orchid, which is wonderful.
mhm,
January 18th, I'm doing a show with the Garden Club, when
mhm,
it's at the island over there, which is
mhm,
great. January 20th, I'm doing a big charity event at Casa Karma
we are.
and you're going to be at it too as
Yeah.
well. He's going to be doing readings for charity. It's a good thing
Mhm,
to bid on if you're there for the
mhm,
event. It's going to be myself with Ada Vox, Guda Gabor,
mhm,
Sargento Dan, which I'm very happy about.
mhm,
Um, and then I do my shows every Wednesday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m.
mhm.
And Wednesday is my Funk It show, which is R&B and soul
Oh,
music.
yeah.
And Saturday is called She, He, Him, which are good pronouns because it's me and Sargento and Mark Hartman on piano.
Oh, okay.
And I'm also working on a new show with
So are
Mark
you him?
Hartman. Probably at this point, yeah. I was the she, but I think they're both vying for control on that one. But those are going good, and every Friday I work at a hotel here in a hotel zone, an all adult hotel.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
the Kinky
worry, I'm
Hotel.
not I'm not that kind of woman. I'm
It's an
just saying.
adult hotel.
I'm just
No,
saying. It's like
it's
secrets and dreams.
yeah, it's
They're two
adult
different hotels.
only hotel type of thing,
Which I
right?
think I'm going to tell you as I get older in life,
Mm. Mhm.
I'm okay with those.
Yeah.
Also, there's adult cruises sometimes where there's no children. I'm okay with those too.
Mm.
I think it's
What
because
you trying to say
I'm
about kids?
54 and I never had children, and
Uh-huh.
now I'm just like,
It's okay.
some of them I like, and some of them I'm like, some of them I don't.
Yeah.
And I don't have the tolerance
Yeah.
because I've never had children.
Yeah.
And I think it's wonderful if you do. Please don't send any messages saying I'm some sort of child hater because I'm not.
Child hater.
Um, One of my favorite people in Puerto Vallarta is a little boy that lives near me named Dylan, who
Oh.
always, I'll say like, Hola, ¿cómo están? He goes, Hi, how are you? And then I'll go, I'm bien. How are you? He goes, I'm fine. Because he knows like a little bit of English. And I
Uh,
gotta tell you, he's also taught these other little kids. Because I'll go, ¿Cómo está? And they all go, I'm fine. So like I love that. There's something
Mhm.
about it that I totally love
Yeah.
about this kid.
Yeah.
And he's just the cutest kid. And you still see him playing in the streets. He doesn't have like an iPad or
Yeah.
a phone.
There's, I some kids I really connect to, like, and but you also sense that within that child there's a deeper soul or an older soul, and I typically connect with those type of souls anyway. So, and then there are other kids who are like, oh my God,
He's like the sixth sense. I see
no,
dead
no, no, no,
people,
no, no, no,
old
old
souls.
souls. So
Ah,
I see them hanging from the rafters.
oh
No,
my
just
God.
kidding.
Don't
Just kidding.
say that. People will think
I
that.
am just, well, sometimes when I walk into a place, like a house or something like that, I do see stuff not hanging from the rafter, but I do see like, how people die in the house, things like that. It's just a normal thing. It's just impressions that I pick up, as I walk into a
And that
place.
doesn't freak you out?
Not now, no. When I first started, actually, when I was a child, it used to freak me out because I used to see like, shadows in the corner of my room, and I would tell my parents, and they would be like, "Ah, no, that's just your imagination," yada yada yada. But so I stopped talking about it. And so growing up, I just didn't share very much. And then when I got into my teens, and you have friends and you share like on Halloween or something like that, and you share like creepy stories and you realize, oh, well, they have these experiences too. So you never put much weight onto like what you're experiencing. And it wasn't until my 30s that I was like, oh my God, no, what I'm experiencing is completely different from what everybody else is experiencing. So
Do you know, it's wild
mm,
that you would talk about that because I was going to ask you what was the path like to
yeah.
that. And just to know that back when you were younger to be confused and not understand or think, does everybody see this or is this just
Yeah,
me?
I just assumed like that was everybody, that was natural, it was normal, everybody saw it. So, and it was, I didn't put much weight towards it. And also too, I don't want to talk about my childhood because it was a rough childhood, but I was trying to survive emotionally and mentally during my childhood years, and I didn't have time to focus on that stuff. So, you know,
But then I love it that because now I'm going to tell you this. There's so many people that love him when they come in the cafe and they know it's Kennedy and they come in here like there's regulars that love him and know him.
yeah,
There's people that have found closure that are so happy.
yeah.
You emote a wonderful energy around people.
I'm,
And
I,
I hope I do the same. I think
yes,
we're together. We
absolutely.
do.
Absolutely, you do the
I
same
think we're
thing.
like super, super duo.
When she's in the coffee shop, it gives me a break because she's the one who entertains everybody. She's talking to them, cracking jokes, getting to know people, and I'm just like, oh, I just got a break. Thank you.
And in my mind, I was like, God, am I too much? Am I too much?
Oh, look
So,
at that.
so it makes me happy. No, it makes me happy.
Yeah, so
And I do have to say this. So when I'm here, there's also a gentleman that's here from noon to 3 named Biz. And Biz does
no, Dill.
Dill, but I say Biz. I'm sorry.
Dill
Dill.
bits.
Dill Biz.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I just said Biz. I didn't even understand. So Dill Biz. But he does tarot readings. And I've had a
Oh,
few
yes.
done now from him because I've been here. And he's a wonderful person.
Hmm.
And I got to tell you guys, you should definitely come in, have a coffee, and have a reading. It's
You
just one
know,
of those things. It's a fun thing to do. It also, I think, it helped me to focus myself and see if I'm on the right path, which made me very happy.
mhm.
So I'm just saying, like, I think you need to come down here and visit us.
I I have to say this, like, even though I do what I do as a medium, and people come to me and they're like, I'm a medium too, or like, I do tarot or I do energy stuff and whatever that is. I honestly, like, until you've actually demonstrated that, then I'll connect with you, or like I'll believe you type of thing, right? Because I do believe that, you can't, there's so many tarot readers that come to me and say, hey, can I collaborate with you at the coffee shop? And I'm like, okay, demonstrate that you could do this, right? And either they just kind of sort of like go away, or they try it, and then because I'll have them come and sit with a friend of mine who I know. So and they'll do a demonstration on them, or not a demonstration, but a reading on them. And then either it's really, really good or it's not at all. And if it's not at all, then we don't work with you, unfortunately, because we want to make sure that whoever we collaborate with the cafe here, that they are genuine and they are authentic in the work that they do, which is why we work with Dill.
Till is great.
He's amazing.
He's
So,
really good. He's
mhm,
really good in how he explains stuff. He has 4 different decks of cards that he uses,
mhm,
sometimes more, he said to me. And I
mhm,
have to tell you, I was blown away by just what he had to say and how he said it.
mhm,
And like when I saw him on Thursday, I was like, I'm not gonna ask him to do another one, but literally I was like, I want another one. Like it's
yeah.
just something like, and the thing is, if I didn't think it was good, I wouldn't have it
And
again.
he's just so
I
calm
wouldn't
and
do it again.
collected, and his delivery is just so like not only it's on point, but it's just like he just knows how to communicate things with
Very
people,
much. And it's same style as this man right here. Just
So,
like very comfortable style.
mhm.
That's why at the show you don't have to worry. And by the way, if you don't want to wait for the show and you want to have your own private reading, he does that as well.
Oh, thank you.
And that's something that I recommend. I've had that done as well.
Mhm.
But this is the other thing. I enjoy you, but I also enjoy you as a friend.
Yeah, me too.
And I have to say,
I
like, I didn't realize I'd get like so, because after we've been working together and doing stuff together in this podcast and stuff, like, I had no idea where it would go. I'll be
Yeah.
really honest with you. And I didn't know if it would even sustain. And we would, because last year we said we were going to start this, but are we going to keep doing this?
Mhm.
But there's something about the energy between us and
Mhm.
what we have to say that
Mhm.
I really love.
Mhm.
And
It's
I
fun.
hope that you guys connect with it too, because that's what our mission is to talk about fun stuff or weird stuff in PV and all that, but also to tell you guys about like every day can be joyful, every day can be fun.
Mhm.
But I'm going to tell you this, going out really does help.
Uh-huh.
Going out socializing, going out and being a part of the world.
Uh-huh. And you see is what's happening on screen, right? Because we keep getting the double thumbs up, even though we're not giving double thumbs up.
Oh,
Yeah, see, the only time that they do that is when you do actually do the sign, but we're not even doing the sign. But look at that. So
oh.
every time we're doing something, like, I think it's spirit like letting us know, yeah, you're moving in the right direction type of thing. So
And
And also too, just kind of sort of odd topic here for a second. I saw something on and it's like really silly on Instagram, and it has to do with like a sign. Like you know how they used to do the heart sign like this when you put your two
yeah.
hearts together, but now the heart sign is this.
Oh, it looks like a little
It looks like a little heart.
heart.
Yeah. So when you're passing by
But
somebody and
how
you're
is that
doing
gonna,
this,
but
is
my,
like that. Well, yeah, there we go. Right there. See, you've got a more of a sharper pump on your heart, but it's
yeah,
like
that's
this.
for sure.
Isn't that
In real life
I know.
too.
So anyways, I just something weird off topic, but
You know what's funny is we both look like we went for a workout, but I did not work out.
ah,
I just walked here.
I know. Me
So
too.
what does that mean?
Uh,
Now I'm trying my best. I'm doing a
yeah,
lot,
you've
like
been doing a lot of like exercise and walking and things like
I've
that.
been doing exercise, I've been doing walking, I've been doing neurofeedback.
Proud of you.
I'm seeing therapists. Like there's so much I've been doing in this new year. Like
You're
it's
choosing yourself.
I am really focusing on myself. And
Mhm,
I got to tell this, and something I was telling him too is listen, anybody that is going through stuff, you have to make sure you're okay. And
mhm,
that if you're broken or you feel empty because of stuff that's happened, please, by all means, work on yourself.
mhm,
Fill yourself back up again. If you're a
mhm,
vessel and you feel empty, fill yourself back up again before you attempt to go out or do stuff or do things with others because it really does help you
mhm,
to take care of yourself.
mhm,
Self-preservation is a beautiful thing. Do
mhm,
not feel guilty about it
mhm.
because I used to. I used to think,
Yeah,
oh, I know I need to do this. I need to
yeah.
go out and do this more and do it. No, take care of yourself first.
I know it seems like, really opposite from what like we're taught, especially if you come from the church, have a church background, where we put God first, the other person second, and then like you become the third person, right? That you worry about. And in actuality, I think it's kind of sort of like we put God first, us ourselves second, and then the other person third, because we cannot do things for the other person if we're not whole as an individual.
And it won't work out
And it won't. It won't.
because there'll be cracks in what you're trying to have or what you're
Mm,
trying to do. And self-preservation and love for yourself is okay.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's something I'm working on. And if you guys ever wanna, if you're curious about it, if there's something you want to do, I know good people in this
And
town.
it's so funny because you know what I just got in my head? They're like saying, Kennedy, the people that are watching you, some of them are thinking, you believe in God? Yes, I do.
That's okay.
Yes, I
Why would you
do.
think that he wouldn't
Because
believe in
most,
God?
yeah, because most people think that I do what I do, like they think that it's either something that's not of God or like not of like the light or whatever.
Oh, honey,
It's
but
actually
please.
it's
It's a big
actually
part of it.
doing what I do has made me even have a stronger faith and belief in God than I ever did before.
I totally believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all made up of energy. I mean, there's got to be, I know this is us, our being right here. This is
Mm-hmm.
what we have. But honey, I could feel energy with people on stage, whether they give it to you or they take it from you. I was with my father when he passed, and I could tell when the energy left the room.
Mm-hmm.
So if that makes us all become one afterwards, then I'm okay with that. I know no one knows, but I mean, I look at it from an energy standpoint, like we're all made up of energy.
Um,
We are. I mean, and I know that, and I know it's weird. The lights just went weird
Did
when we
they?
said that. That is the
That
strangest
is it.
thing.
See,
Jill, I gotta tell you, shit happens in this
this
cafe,
cafe. Let me
but
tell
nothing
you.
like I'm not gonna tell you like nothing like violent or
No,
crazy, but little stuff does happen.
little stuff when you're here long enough and you're here for a lot of the days, little shit happens. Like the TV will turn on by, or the menu screen will turn on by itself. The lights will flicker. Things start to move around.
I
If
was
you're
having a
aware.
reading, and
Mhm.
this feather that's over here was moving a lot in this jar, this feather,
Yeah.
and I just was like watching it, and then Dill was like, "What?" And I go, you got to see this. And then he just looked, he was like, yeah, yeah. And like, he was just like, it's like, it's no big deal.
It's no
Like, it's
big
no big
deal.
deal.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, it's
So,
vibrations, different stuff. But I think when we all have good vibrations here,
yeah.
it really brings people to this cafe because
Mhm.
from what I was told by you this week, that the time I was here on Tuesday and Thursday was very busy,
It was.
busier than normal.
Yeah, today we had maybe a few people in the morning and that was really about it. This is why I closed earlier, but the days that you were here and then Wednesday too, wasn't as busy, but was still busy. But when the days that you were here, it was much busier. So
And a lot of
there's an
people came
energy
in that had never been
even
in
in
here
here
before.
before.
It was really kind of wild. So he has regulars, you have regulars that are lovely,
Hmm.
but there was a large majority of people who had never been in here before that were like, oh, what is this place? And it was just like,
Hmm.
maybe they felt like good energy
Hmm.
coming out of here.
Yeah.
Because I've been in places where I know you guys have walked in places and there's good energy, or you've walked in places and been like, mm-mm.
Hmm.
And I've done that.
Hmm.
I've walked in places and been like, nope.
Or just normal commercial type of energy. But the space in the cafe is very loungy, so you can come in here, do your work. We have Wi-Fi, we have a couch. You can sit here and read if you want to. We had a lady that read here that sat on the couch and read for like a few hours while she drank her coffee, and she had a few cups of coffee actually. But yeah, we love that. We love having people here, just hanging out, just doing your work, doing whatever you're doing, talking to your friends, reading a book, picking your nose. I don't care. Just come. So.
And I have to tell you, we're on Spotify, but I'm trying to make sure that you get all of these podcasts on Facebook.
Let's talk about our show because what the name of our show is actually the same name as our Spotify podcast, which
It
is
is.
Laughing with People Living with Spirit. So, and we actually did come up with a separate name, and it wasn't us that decided that was going to be the name. It was actually Nacho Daddy that did that.
No, I sent him the poster.
You sent the
It was
poster,
me.
but it was yes, but weren't we going to like originally have like something different?
Yeah, but I wanted to put on Eventbrite. I just knew it had to be,
It was
so I
all
sent him
gonna,
the
but
poster.
it's ended up being like the perfect name for that type of show.
Yeah, because it's a podcast that matches the show.
Exactly.
So,
So,
we're becoming more popular, and I'm pushing us to do that. Okay. Oh my God, that's so funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I was like, "What the?" I mean, I get what you're saying. That's the heart thing now. Yeah, okay.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
It's the
this is
stupidest
how I
thing
know
is
I'm older because all this new stuff that's coming into my like, people are saying, "Oh,
the
well,
same
no," because
thing.
they're talking about this new generation. Like, everything's so sus, man, or like 6'7", or like all this stuff that I never like. Believe me, for
What is
many
six
years,
seven?
you gotta look it up. Um, it's just
Well,
stuff
no,
that
now that you
now.
bring it up, the audience is probably wondering
You
what
gotta look
six
it
seven
up
to.
if you don't know what it is already. I'm just telling you that's how you know you're older
Okay.
when all these new phrases come into play and you're like, what? Excuse me?
I know. I
Like
know.
it's stuff that I never thought I would be that person to be like,
Mm.
I don't understand what this person's saying. But it's like a new language for a new generation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we used to have that in the 80s, people,
Did we? What did we
yes,
have? I forget.
awesome.
True.
Um, what was I used to say? Oh, fuck me gently with a chainsaw. Someone said
Oh
that
yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Uh-huh.
and there was
I know you are, but what am I?
oh my God, there were so many different, like, where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Like
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
we can go back in our time capsule
Yeah.
and talk about like, but I'm saying like stuff that I would
Where's
say to
my mama?
my mother, and she
Your
would just be
mama?
like, I have no
I have
idea
no
what you're
idea what you're
talking
talking
about. And
about.
you're like, of course you don't.
I know. I don't know. I don't remember so many of the sayings, but yeah, you're right though. Every generation has its own like
Gag me with a
colloquial, I
spoon.
guess.
Gag me with a
Yeah.
spoon.
Uh-huh. Like what?
Trippendicular.
Oh my God.
I know too many. That's the thing. I used to talk the talk,
Yeah. Yeah.
and have my Swatch watch on,
Oh, remember this one?
and my parachute
You remember
pants
more than I do.
and my
So,
fluorescent shirt with the paint splatters on it and all
mhm.
different
I remember, yeah,
colors.
I remember more than 90s, I think. Yeah. The 90s. I remember the 90s.
Always trying to be younger than
No,
he
I just
is.
remember the 90s. And I think because in the 90s I was like
Why are you laughing? I was like, okay, because I was like, and he just goes, you were like, what?
because most people don't know this, but in the 90s I was going to college and I was working at a modeling agency. And
He was a model.
I was all no, I wasn't a model. I was just working in the office, but I was also dancing in a nightclub.
Go-go dancer dancing
Yeah, but not stripping, just go-go dancing.
in
I
little
did
in
that.
little booty
Did that.
shorts.
And jeans and
My my. My my. What
But
was the name? What was the name of
that
the
was
night? What was the name of the nightclub?
I was in Seattle and it was called Neighbors.
Neighbors.
Yeah, and different other places too as well. And I used to dance for some clubs in Vancouver, BC. as well. So we'd go up there, travel up there, and then dance for the club, and then
Yeah, see?
not the same night. So,
I
but
didn't know that.
that was what most people don't. That was when I was like in my 20s, early 20s. So, and we would get hired, and we'd like,
What a
start the
scoop
party.
on this podcast about that one.
I know. Well, you,
Okay, I have something to tell you.
uh,
I was not a go-go dancer in my 20s.
wow.
I know that sounds crazy, but I wasn't
Mm,
at all. In fact, I was such a good girl for so long. I was such a good girl.
mm.
I didn't
What
like,
happened?
I know I made up for it, I guess. And I had a wonderful time in my 20s, 30s, and 40s, believe
Oh,
me.
really? I
Yes.
had a wonderful time up until my 30s, and then things just shifted, and then life happened, and then mediumship happened, and then it was like, okay, I gotta like get myself together. So
I
it
still
was,
think
it
that he
was,
likes to go out and be a little crazy, boys, not ladies, boys.
yes. And I still go out and do and have fun, things like that, but I'm more responsible, way more
Okay, I
responsible.
will say this because you said something about Go-Go Boys, so I'm gonna tell you this. So
Okay.
I was married, if
Mhm.
anybody doesn't realize, I was married from 28 to 38 to somebody. It didn't work out,
Mhm.
obviously, because I got a divorce 10 years into the marriage. And then I didn't know what to do after I got divorced. I was upset a lot. So I worked in a dungeon and was a dominatrix for like 3 months.
You're kidding me.
Nope. My name was Miss Fixin.
Damn.
And I was the closer, which, because I didn't want to talk because everybody could recognize my voice.
Uh-huh.
So I had on a wig and an outfit and the whole thing, and I was the closer, which meant if you went through all the different two or three ladies, then I was the one at the end that really just like, and I never had sex with anybody while I was there. I just beat up on people, mostly men, and
Executives?
yes, and
How do
it
you like?
was because that's what they love. And it was great work, actually. You'd
Mhm.
make a lot of money per hour, but I only worked
Mhm.
like a couple
Mhm.
hours
I
a night.
often look back, like, and I see these younger guys nowadays, and and sex workers too, right? And the strippers and whatnot. And I think to myself, God, if it was, I wish it would have been more normalized in my time because I would have done it.
Well, if you go to Amsterdam, everybody thinks the red light district is so crazy or whatever.
Hmm.
But to be honest with you, it's a normal job for people.
Hmm.
And they even have signs that say, please do not exploit or say anything or do anything that would, these people are trying to make a living
Hmm.
and don't show up and just be jerks
Well,
or like try to like knock on their doors or
yeah,
not be serious because some people do.
we
And
love,
there's many different
yeah,
uh different streets with different people
yeah,
for men or for women,
yeah. And
older, younger, everything like that.
yeah, and the thing is people put that down or they judge it or whatever, but it really is a job. When you talk to somebody who is a sex worker or a stripper or who does that sort of work, for them it really is a job. Like they
And
that's how
God
they
bless them that they
see
have the
it,
body to do
you
it,
know?
first of
I
all,
know.
and the confidence to do
Thank
it.
you.
And let's just be honest, we're all human beings.
Hmm.
And I know some people, like, I'm not gonna lie to you because of everything I've been through. I haven't done anything in a long time. But
Hmm.
that doesn't mean I can't look at a body and find it pleasing, whether it be a
Hmm.
man or woman. And I
Because
feel
I know
that,
some of you gay boys out there, you've been to 69, what's the place?
oh, wet,
Anthropology,
wet,
wet, what's the other one?
be mine,
Be mine. Uh-huh. Oh,
pervert.
you know more than I do.
It's because I hang out with gay men. I know all the studs.
This
They're
is
just
why
next door to
this is
Nacho
why they
Daddy.
took my gay card away from me 30 years ago. I never gave it back. So.
Well, we can go on a exploration of those places if you'd like to. I have no problem
Oh,
taking you
damn.
there.
Well, and I've been to like 69 and wet
Oh yeah, so have I.
with
Oh, I
friends.
mean this club. I'm sorry. Sorry.
With yes, with some friends, and a lot of times when friends come in town, like if they're gay, like, hey, where do we do this and where can we do that? I'm like, okay, let's go. So I take them there. So
And
that's
how do
not,
you
I'm
feel?
not using that
Okay,
as
then
an
I got to ask you
excuse.
this. How do
Mhm.
you feel in a place like that?
How do I feel?
Yes.
I actually feel pretty comfortable. Like there is, there's nothing wrong with admiring a beautiful human body, whether it be just the body or the entire naked body. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that, I mean, I think that if you're open enough to allow yourself to enjoy that, then that's what you do. Like there should
And I
be no
loved
judgment.
going to wet because they get in the shower.
Yes.
And I'm like, you're so dirty.
Yeah.
You need to wash. You need to
Yeah.
wash yourself.
Yeah. But
Wash.
and it feels, and to some people like, oh, it feels so dirty. But you know what? It's like it's that's just the space.
Yes.
It's just the environment.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
To feel sexy, to feel that way,
Yeah.
to look at someone. I have no problem with that either. I don't
Yeah.
think that that should be, listen, when you were told if you were younger, don't touch that, don't do that, don't, those are things that you suppress, and that's something you shouldn't do. And as you get older, you should realize it's okay and natural to do something like that and to enjoy yourself in any way that you seem. I say this in my show. I don't care who you have sex with. I don't care if you're gay, straight, trans, bi, non-binary. None of that matters to me. I want you to like my music. It's none of my business who you sleep with. It's none of your business who I sleep with, which is nobody. So, and it's been a long time. So yeah, I wouldn't even know anymore. I make a joke in my show and say I would see a penis and I think it was a microphone and start singing into it. Because it's been so long.
I didn't do that. You guys didn't see that. I didn't do that.
Very funny. See what I bring out in this man? This is what I do.
I did not
He
do
makes me
that.
closer to
You didn't
spirit.
see
I make
that.
him crazier with life. And I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this. Every podcast we have, and every week that I get to know this gentleman more, I'm so blessed and I'm so happy that I made the effort to do something like this because when I was in a bad space when we first started doing these kind of things. I was not wanting to be very social because I had been isolated for so long with a lot of illness. And I'm so grateful for this because I feel like every time we do this, it gets better for me.
I do, and we do have a great like chemistry and back and forth, and I appreciate that because it's hard. I don't what people don't understand is like when you have a podcast with somebody and you're trying to be co-host on the podcast, there's got to be chemistry and you've got to get along and you've got to be able to like be savvy enough, I guess that's the word, to be able to fill in the silence without trying to fill in the silence of that silence. So
Well, we
that's
were worried when we first did it because he even said to me, "Are we going to do this and have to, like, are we just going to be staring at the screen, just like?"
Yeah.
And I said, I was glad that we had stuff to talk about, and this is something very different. Like in a way, for me, it's almost an homage. I used to watch Coffee and Headlines all the time with Paco Ojeda,
Yeah.
and to be able to do something like this in a podcast like this, I look at his stuff, I look at different people that have done podcasts, and my whole thing is I just want to tell you guys about Puerto Vallarta from a perspective of us living here on a daily basis, not from vacation, not from someone who's an influencer, but from someone who lives it every day and what we experience. And also of how you can enjoy your life here and how we enjoy our lives here.
Speaking about enjoying life, I want to go back to this whole like the clubs and the strip clubs and the theaters and everything like that. There's so much that you can do in Puerto Vallarta. So and it's just a matter of allowing yourself to, well, it's just a matter of giving yourself permission to explore and be open enough and just be, and even if you just do it once, right? Maybe you're not comfortable with going to a strip club. Just do it once so you can have that experience and then say, okay, I got the experience. And you may not want to go back again, who cares? Or maybe, you don't like sushi and you go to Kenta, right? Which is on Basile Badillo, and maybe you order something there, but that's your first time. You do it once, and you're like, oh, that's okay. But at least you did something once, right? So you can experience and explore and expand your like, your understanding and your concepts about like
I'm
what
glad you said that
TV is
'cause
about.
I'm going to go have a happy ending massage right after this podcast.
But we know you didn't, that's not a one-time thing for you.
Oh my gosh, he's so silly. What is going on with you? Oh my God. You think that he's all like, kind of person. No, 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 no.
I am.
No. I'm gonna tell you this. When he's your friend, he gives you major amounts of shit. This is how you know someone's your friend. When you go to say something, they're like, and then he just keeps talking, and you're like, whoa, what happened to you? And I mean, like, I always in the beginning was like, I'm not gonna tiptoe around him, but I'm gonna be okay. And then when I started being more myself, I was like, oh no, he's enjoying this totally. I can totally be myself around him. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I was so happy that I could be myself around you because
I think you're the same thing as a performer that basically everybody knows in PV. When they see you perform and they see you in person, they still treat you in the way they see you as a performer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm one of the few, I think, that I'm a more exaggerated version of myself on stage, but what you see is what you get. So there was one time I was hanging out with people and they were saying to me, the one guy goes, you can shut it off now. I go, what do you mean? He goes, this whatever you're doing, because this is like you. I go, this is me. There's
Yeah.
no shutting it off. If I
Yeah.
shut it off, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just another part of you, you know.
I,
But
I've always been an outgoing person. And that's why when I realized last year when I wasn't so much because of everything I've been through, it made me happy that I
hmm
could start doing stuff like this. Because I'm going to tell you, coming here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, doing more shows, keeping myself busy has made an incredible impact on my personality and my psyche right now. And I'm so grateful that I have that. So really, when you think to yourself, I
oh,
don't want to go
I am
out.
too.
I know, because
I
when I'm
just
depressed, it's not pretty.
I am
It's
just
not
kidding.
pretty at
I'm just
all.
kidding.
It's terrible.
I'm just
It's
kidding.
just it's not.
I have never seen you act out of character. I've never seen you like allow in your environment in the situations. I mean, I see you like in a space and your energy is different, but I've never seen you treat anybody with disrespect, even though you're in that space.
I
So,
wish I could tell you that that would be true, but it wouldn't be. And there are times that I also say I'm sorry about how I've acted, but I think every day you have an opportunity to be better.
hmm
And I've been in this business 31 years as a performer. I've seen a
hmm
lot of stuff. I've given opportunities to many people, and sometimes they are grateful for it, and sometimes they take it and run, and then you're left with nothing. And
hmm
I've had both experiences.
And
Is that
what would you like tell the audience like from your experience if they ever have anything like that in their life? Like what would you
if someone
recommend
kind
to
of
them?
used you?
Yeah.
It's going to happen. There's going to be users and people that are grateful. That's the way
hmm
that it is in life. Life is unfair, but you have to keep going and you have to keep helping people no matter what, because you're going to come across good people and bad people.
hmm
And I will tell you this, and something that I heard is you're a villain in someone's story and you're a hero in someone else's.
hmm
And if someone says that you're the villain, go, that's okay, you're the clown in mine. And I've said that before, so I don't know if that's the best thing to say, but um, and that was my aunt who used to
Oh,
sell Mary Kay.
oh, geez. Okay.
But no, I try to be,
Well, I
I
think the
think
most important thing is like, whoever you are and whatever background you have and whatever, hiccups you have or blocks you may have or resistance you may have within yourself, know that these are things that have to do with you. And just because somebody pulls a trigger, you have absolute control in terms of the choices and decisions and how you act when they pull that trigger, you know?
I think that's true. And
hmm
you make decisions every day of how you're going to act with someone.
hmm
And you have to realize that sometimes if you give someone an ultimatum, they might not choose what you wanted for them or what
hmm
you wanted for yourself.
hmm
And, when I was sick, I was isolated a lot because I was very sick. I mean,
Yeah, I
a
remember
couple
that.
times I almost didn't know if I was going to make it. And I
hmm
even asked you
hmm
more than once.
hmm
Um, and this one is like, you're going to be around a lot longer than you think. Really? So, but I did question that a lot. And because of that, I didn't go out because of my state of mind. I did try to sometimes, but when you have a stomach pump in your belly with a tube, you don't really want to go out and be like, "Hey, everybody." Like you just don't want to do that, okay? And it wasn't just that, between the chemo, the radiation, the
Tough.
surgeries,
Yeah.
people don't realize like 14 chemos, 5 radiation, 5 immunotherapies, over 10 surgeries. Like it's a lot. And I
Mhm.
know it's been over a course of 7 years. Everybody's thinking, "Oh, isn't she great?" Because it's been 7 years and you keep going. I do. But I did reach a breaking point last year, and that's why I'm making it better for myself
This year.
this year.
Yeah, so
And
this year
I'm
was
okay. And last year was
tough for a lot of
difficult for
people.
so many people.
hmm
I've realized now, talking to more people and telling people about how rough it
So,
was for me last year, everybody I know was like, it wasn't a good year for me. It wasn't a good year for me.
and I would say that too, because and thank you for talking about that, because I think this is important for everybody to hear, which is when you're going through like tough times and really tough moments and rough moments, don't it's so easy to like just clam up and like not and disconnect yourself from everybody and your friends and your family and stop doing things, but sometimes it's actually really good to include, you don't have to include everybody, but include the people that really care about you into your circle or into your sphere so that you get that support, and whether it be moral support or anything else, it's support, and it's
And
really
you'll know
important.
you're good friends because those
Yeah.
people that do see that
Mm,
will be very supportive of you and
hmm
not just be like, we'll get over it.
Yeah.
And you can pull yourself up many times, but there can also be times where you say, you know what, I need help right now. I
Mhm.
can't do this by myself.
Yeah.
And
And when you're grieving, whether the grieving the loss of grieving from the loss of like a loved one, or grieving from the loss of like a job, or grieving the loss of like a friend that you've had for 25 years, or whatever that may be, talk about it with people. Don't be ashamed, and don't be afraid. And if you get emotional and something triggers you, don't be afraid to show those emotions, because if your friends are true, they're going to be there to support you, and they're going to be there to hold space for you in that moment. And if they're not, okay, now you know. And so then you move forward, making new friends who are going to be there for you the way that you deserve.
and I'm going to tell you this here, especially if you live here,
Mm,
you will find your tribe.
mhm,
You will find your tribe of people that you want to hang out with. That doesn't mean everybody. There
mm,
are going to be some people that you go, okay, that one's good, or that one maybe I'll see at a party or something and still be nice, an acquaintance,
mm,
but you will find your tribe of people.
mhm.
And believe me, don't think that, don't have fear of FOMO, fear of missing out on something. Like you have a
FOMO.
good, yeah, it's called fear of missing out, FOMO.
Is that a generational thing?
Oh my God. Will you read a book? Jesus. Um, I swear. He wants to date younger men, but you gotta know the lingo. What the hell's your problem? Um, no, you will find your tribe of people. You will find your weird tribe of people, which is this man right here. And I love he's like, what? But he knows how to do a freaking heart with two fingers. Oh my God, stop. I feel like you have a pinch of salt in there or something. No,
Uh,
but you are in such a weird mood today.
am
It's so one,
I
yes,
don't know
it's
why. I don't know why. I
wonderful.
don't know why.
It is so wonderful.
God.
I feel like I'm the serious one, and
Uh,
that's usually never
oh my
me.
goodness.
That's never.
I'm crying because
The camera's focusing on me
I,
because you're like, "Mm."
I'm crying because I'm laughing. So when I laugh, I tend to like
Oh my
tear up.
God. Well, I'm just going to tell you guys this. Please, if you want to be on this, if it's something that you want to talk about, like a show or your store or anything, just know this. And if there's anybody that can help us get more exposure to this podcast, we're
Mhm.
open to that as well because I think we have something fun here. And I
Yeah,
think that
or
more
even like
people should see it.
yeah, or even like your story. If you have a story that you want to share about stuff that's happening in your life, or create awareness about things
In Puerto
in
Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta. Like, for example, I have a friend, her name is Norma, and she has a foundation where she helps people work through and manage through a Lewy body. Do you know what that is?
No.
No. So there's dementia, there's Alzheimer's, and then there's Parkinson's, right? So Lewy body is a form of dementia that also includes Parkinson's as well. And but it's not easily diagnosed because oftentimes the doctors will diagnose them as just having dementia, but it's much more than that. So anyway, so she runs this whole organization. She goes around the world talking about it, things like that. So I had her on my podcast before, but and it was a great podcast. It was very informative, and it reached a lot of people, and a lot of people connected to it. So if you have a story like that and you want to create awareness that way, let us know. Come to us. We're happy to have you with us on the
Of
podcast and
course.
talk about
We've
it.
been asking you guys for a while
Yeah.
now.
Hmm.
And if you're listening to the podcast, tell others about us. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if it's something that you had fun with, we just want you guys to enjoy yourself an hour out of a week.
Hmm.
And I don't think that's really asking a lot. I think that you can enjoy yourself for an hour out of the week.
That's a long time to enjoy yourself.
It is. Okay, he made it sound totally different. What's wrong with you today? No
I
way.
mean,
You know what? Never
I,
work out
that's
before our podcast. Never work out before our podcast.
that's that that
Way too much
that
testosterone and weirdness.
that
He comes from the gym and all of a sudden he's all giddy and weird.
that is something that gay men would know this. That's called edging. Enjoy yourself for like an hour.
Wow. I don't even know how to respond to that. I feel like you just get in and get out. Two
See,
minutes,
this
you
is
know?
this is why like people like I'm pretty sure people are shocked when they hear me talking about this shit on like this and swear on here
I'm in
because
shock
because
and
this
I'm
is
your friend.
well because this is what people don't see. They just want to see that aspect of me where I'm channeling. And when I'm channeling, yes, there's a sacredness to it and there is a humbleness to it. But but I'm a person too, and I can have fun and make jokes. I'm like,
He gets very silly with me, so it makes
mhm.
me laugh because I'm like, I'm glad I bring it out in him, I guess.
Yes, no, you
Because
do.
I feel more serious sometimes, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I am never the person that's like, what are you doing? And he's like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." All weird. I mean, it's wonderful to
Is that
see.
what I do? Sort of sound like?
Exactly. That's exactly how he sounds when he's weird. Exactly. Or when he's channeling. If you guys have a private demonstration, that's how he starts.
No, I don't sound like
He
that. It's
doesn't.
like this,
Oh my
and my head
God,
spins like
no,
times.
doesn't. Not at all.
Just wait for the
So
show.
get your
Just wait for
tickets
the
for
show.
this
My head will like spin
show.
like 10 times.
Do you know what's funny is there's going to be someone that's like, I didn't see his head spin once. And they're going to
No,
be mad.
I know,
They're going to
right?
want their money back. I never, no tables or chairs moved in
Let's
a
put that
weird way.
let's put that disclaimer, no refunds
No refunds if nothing moves in the
in the
establishment.
establishment. Although, what's really funny? Like I had a demo, not funny, but it was interesting. I've been watching these like ghost hunting like clips on YouTube,
Of
right?
course you have.
I mean, that's what I do. I mean, that's not what I do, but that's my field.
That's what you like.
Yeah, so I like other things too.
Oh my God. He's on water. This is him on water.
So, but so I have these cat balls, and they're actually cat balls, and you click them like this, and they start to light up, right? And then you place them on a table or anywhere on the floor, and they stop lighting up until something moves the ball, and then it starts to light up again. So I had my demonstration before. I think it was the last one that was here, maybe back in December. And I decided to do like a little experiment where I would put like the cat balls around the coffee shop as I was giving messages to the audience, and they would start to light up randomly, and no one's around them. Like people are not, they're out of the way of people so where they can't touch them, and they start to light up randomly. It's really cool.
I just love it. He keeps saying cat balls.
I could say other balls. I
Oh
can
my
mention,
God, Kennedy, get laid.
I can mention other type of
Get laid, Kennedy Morgan. Please. Good Lord. He's unhinged today. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy.
I don't know.
It's crazy here at Mystic
I
Circle
think I think I
Cafe.
think the adrenaline just got in the gym, and I have to go back because I didn't finish my workout.
He forgot that I was going to be here today. I think that's what
No,
happened.
I didn't forget. I just like lost track of time, and then I was gonna stay, and then I got your message. I was like, oh shit, it's time. So,
Well, we've had a wonderful podcast. This has been the weirdest one so far, if you ask me, for sure.
uh-huh.
And I'm glad we talked about, the different stuff here. And really, like we said,
Mhm.
our whole mission is get out into PV.
Mm.
If there's some new place that, we've never tried, I'll go and try it. I'll go out with you. We'll go do stuff. We'll go and set up somewhere and do a podcast. We've done it before.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, we are here, and if you need some promotion at your restaurant or your place of business, or like I said, creating awareness with whatever foundation you're working with, or charity that you're working with, let us know. We'll come to your place and we will do the podcast from there. And then you can be on the podcast with us, and we'll start to ask you questions about and have discussions about what you do and promote your space.
And I'll try to make sure to get this on Facebook because I know it's on Spotify, but
mm.
I do a lot of stuff on Facebook.
It
And
is it is on Facebook. Well, there's a link to Spotify, but if you go to my Facebook page, which you can share from my Facebook page, by the way, if you go to my Facebook page, Kennedy Morgan Medium, you'll see the link to our Spotify on there. And again, it's Laughing with People Living with Spirit. Laughing with People Living with Spirit. That's also the name of our show too as well.
I was saying living with people, laughing with spirit. That's what I was saying.
No. So, well, before we leave them, when's your next show?
My next show is tomorrow at 7:30.
Okay, and then next week?
It's she, he, him, and I'm the she.
Oh,
And then Sargento and Mark on piano. We do duets. It's very fun. And then Wednesday at 7:30, we do the Funk It show.
okay, awesome.
So please come to Nacho Daddy. There's shows every night. It's wonderful. Tonight I'm working at the hotel. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. So I'm very excited about doing that. So, but I'm glad I could be here with you guys. And we're going to do this every week. We've been very good about doing it every week.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry that I broke up your workout.
No, you didn't. You didn't. And can you do me a favor? I'm going to put you on the spot here for a second.
Oh
And this is
God.
this is just because I want to really have the audience know how much our friendship means to me. Can you sing us off the air with the song from Kenny Loggins and
I don't know any of the lyrics hardly.
what?
I'm learning the song for the show, and I'm not going to share that with everybody. But I could do something from one of my
Okay, okay,
shows.
okay. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. This is
Um,
like, if somebody's never seen yours, I'd be saying this.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be
Take care,
long
you
till
guys.
I'm
Love you
gonna
all.
need somebody to lean on.